Good day, sir. Good day, classmates. I'm Riza Esperancilla, and our topic is all about Unit 7, Pros and Cons of Digital and Non-Digital Resources. My topic is Impact to Teachers. Ito muna tayo sa learning objectives. First, identify the examples of pros and cons of digital and non-digital resources. Second, appraise the impacts of instructional materials to instruction. Sa introduction muna tayo. Traditionally, education is centered on sources such as schools, teachers, and print media. So it means, traditionally or usually education, it depends on sources such as schools, teachers, and print media. Example of print media are newspapers, magazines, and other printed journals, wherein learners will get information for them to learn, and also the teachers. Continue na. The learners reach the information sources by enrolling with schools, teachers, and libraries. Prior to the digital era, information was not accessible by the majority of people, and even those assessed were unable to obtain current information with respect to today's context. Next, the modern society wants to know the information as it happens and when it happens, and the world is moving from an information society to a knowledge society. Ibig sabihin, now people living in a current time, they want to know information on how it happens and kailan nangyari and how the world moves with a lot of information. That the society will learn or will have a knowledge about something or about that information. Continue ko na? Thus, education is given the highest priority. So it means the results, the education will be the highest priority. And brain power is becoming the most valuable asset of an organization. Ano nga ba ang brain power? Means ability to think, wherein this will help an organization like to be productive and etc. That is why it is becoming the most valuable asset of an organization. What does it mean to use technology or digital resources in the classroom? Students are digital natives. Ano nga ba ang digital natives? Means, born during or after digital age. In other words, they have grown up with technologies kung saan kakibat na sa buhay nila ang mga ito. Pero di lang sa paggamit ng computer technology, but also digital devices in class, it relates to anything that facilitates an interaction between teacher and the students. Continue ko na, in fact, it is one of the basic 21st century skills that they'll need in school and the workplace. Next, classroom engagement is at an all-time low and lecturers are competing against countless diversions from phones, tablets, and laptops. Ibig sabihin, because of the technologies, it may lead the classroom engagement low at all times, like less interaction between the teacher and the students. While sa mga lecturers or teachers naman, nagkakaroon ng kompetensya sa mga iba't ibang mga phones, tablets, and laptops dahil na rin sa mga maraming information na nahahanap ng mga students from these technologies. So, nangyayari, mas nagpo-focus sa mga students from these technologies. So, nagkakaroon ng lesson sa pakikinig sa mga nagtuturo sa kanila. Continue ko na. Technology in schools could be seen as culprit. Ano nga ba ang culprit? Means responsible for misdeed, like technology may lead students less focused on their studies and etc. Or it could be harness. Ano nga ba ang harness? Means control. it will control the improvement of the students' engagement and effectiveness. Digital education is generating new learning opportunities as students engage in online, digital environments and as faculty change educational practices through the use of hybrid courses, personalized instruction, new collaboration models, and a wide array of innovative, engaging learning strategies. Because a lot of new information that students will learn and also some application online that are useful for their learnings. Especially now, the world is facing crisis, which is the pandemic. So these applications like Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Messenger, Facebook, and other applications still will help the students learn even if without face-to-face class. Next, digital resources are often made up of separate digital media including text, video, and images and sound. Digital resources can be defined as materials that have been conceived. Ano nga ba ang conceived? Means formed. Tingnan ko na, and created digitally or by converting analog materials to a digital format. We have here the examples of digital resources. The first one is electronic textbook. Ano nga ba ang electronic textbook? Electronic textbook means a lesson of a text that can be read on a desktop, mobile phone, or e-reader device. Next, electronic files like videos, PPT, or PowerPoint, audio, and etc. Next, and any online resources like application in which it can be utilized. Ano nga ba ang utilize? Means it is the effective use of in education to transmit learning. Next, we have here the examples of non-digital resources. First, textbooks. Second, pen and paper visual aids. Third, personal notes. And last, chalkboard or whiteboard. We have here the pros and cons of digital resources in education impact to teachers. But before we proceed, let us first know what is pros and cons. Pros means are listed as arguments in favor of making a particular decision or action, while cons are listed arguments against it. In other words, pros is positive and while cons is negative aspects of an argument. So let us proceed. We have here pros, digital resources. Number 1, technology can save teachers time. Technology can save us that time, whether via automated marking, sourcing, pre-made activities, or just cutting back on paperwork. So here we can invest this extra time back into those things we never get around to. Signing up for the professional learning course, having a long overdue conversation with a parent, or preparing a special support activity for the students who's been struggling all week. Next, dito naman tayo sa number 2, cost. Over the long term, the cost of learning online is considerably cheaper than classroom-based environment for both students and employers. Not only is there no travel costs involved, but also the number of students that an online course could reach is potentially unlimited. It means learning online or teach online is more convenient, less expenses because you don't need to ride a vehicle to travel to schools, and also a number of students can join without a limit. Next, number 3, flexibility. Many online courses offer a person the chance to study part-time, leaving them free to learn rules between full-time employment. This is where you can study while you have work for students and also for teachers who are still studying while teaching. This option makes it much easier for employers to upskill their own workforce without reducing the productivity of their employees. Next, number 4, adaptability. The world changes on a daily basis with digital resources, and as a result, history evolving constantly. So, which means we adapt easily what is happening or how the world changes using digital resources. So, continue ko na. This can make certain parts of traditional classroom materials such as textbooks and worksheets obsolete overnight. Ano nga ba itong ibig sabihin ng obsolete? Means no longer used with those parts of traditional classroom materials such as textbooks and worksheets. Next, we have here a variety of resources. Technology or digital resources provides lots of useful resources for students, parents, and teachers. We have here an example, like YouTube also has many educational channels and videos that can help bring learning to life. Also, Google provides several virtual reality field trips for students and teachers through excursions. Next, number 6, efficiency. Technology or digital resources makes learning more efficient. Nowadays, attendance, grades, and behavior referrals are often made online and instantly shared between students and their teachers and parents. Parent-teacher communication is also much easier with email. If a student misses class, assignments are often already posted to a class website or on Google Classroom. It means no waste of time or materials, like teacher can share important files or to communicate to their students and to their parents so easily using technology or digital resources. Next, we have here number 7, up-to-date information. Technology or digital resources allows teachers and students to have immediate access to up-to-date information, where revisions to hard copy materials take place over periods of months or years, so matagal. While updates to online textbooks happen almost instantly, so mabilis lang sa online, diba? Which means they can easily find or access up-to-date information in online like textbooks, unlike to those hard copy materials. Next, dito naman tayo sa cons of digital resources in education. Number 1, not all tech-enhanced teaching strategies make a difference to student learning. Sabihin dito, putting a screen in front of students doesn't automatically make for meaningful learning. Sometimes it does the opposite. If we want to use technology meaningfully in our classrooms, we have to make sure it adds something to student learning. This might be first, increase engagement, means more participation or interaction. Second, motivation, means use technology to motivate your students like games or let them watch exciting videos related to the discussion. Another an opportunity to experience the learning content in a new way. Also, a new task that could not be done on paper, like let them try an application online, just like a PC. Also, the last one, you can also use the SAMR model as a guide to make technology meaningful for your class. This SAMR model is essentially a planning tool that helps to design better learning activities for the students. Next, another cons of digital resources education. Number 2, technology takes time to learn integrate. EdTech comes with an upfront time investment. You've got to get it set up, learn how it works, and walk your students through it before it can become a classroom staple. That is why it is important to OPT for user-friendly tools that come with dedicated support system. The 3P Learning Help Hub, for example, has customer service teams dedicated to both technical support and product training, so you can always get someone on the phone when you need a point in the right direction. If you don't have that option, you can always look up a video tutorial on YouTube or Google tips from fellow teachers. That is all for pros and cons digital resources in education. Here, the summary of my report. Traditionally, education is centered on sources such as schools, teachers, and print media. The learners reach the information sources by enrolling with schools, teachers, and libraries. The modern society wants to know the information as it happens and when it happens. And the world is moving from an information society to a knowledge society. Advances in digital technology have opened up many avenues of learning. And that is all for my report or my reference. Thank you for watching. God bless. Bye-bye.